Alright guys, so today we have something from the Volgun. It's SCP-1230. A hero was born. Object class safe is a dream-affecting SCP. Now, I didn't put anything else out on Sunday because I was, well, not Sunday, sorry, Saturday. My days are mixed up because I was working on stuff. I had an audio issue that I had to work through and a couple of other things, but I think in about, I don't know, hopefully by this weekend I'll be putting something out that I've been working on for a little bit now. But before all that, Hazard, who he has said he goes by he changed his local to SCP Fanatic. He reached out to me and he said he wanted to get me something, and I was hoping this would get here for the shenanigans stream, but it didn't. And well, here it is now. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Hold on, guys, and hold on, guys. Opening. Oh, okay. There we go. Because every stream needs a good boy. And there he is. This is the SCP-999 plushie. It's about as big as my head. That's huge. So, the good boy, I want you guys to post down in the comments where you'd like to see the good boy in terms of where in the background, everything like that. Would you like to see him down here on the shelf or up there next to Dominique? Just let me know. He's going to be sitting right up here on the desk with me until, I'd say, let's give it until about, I don't know, Wednesday? And then I'll tally some stuff up. I might put a vote. Might do something like that. But you guys decide where 999 is going to go. Yeah, this is something I was looking forward to getting. I was looking forward to my first piece of SCP gear. And I'm looking forward to doing more of that stuff around here. And especially when I move, I'm looking forward to getting a whole bunch of shelves and putting a whole bunch of stuff on it. But look at that good boy. I have him now. It is 999. He spreads good moods. Yes. Yes. Okay. God, I'm such a child. I don't care, though. Okay, he's going to sit right up here for right now. And then we'll decide where we're going to put him. Okay? Now, today, it was the random internet stranger that requested this. We are going to check out A Hero is Born. And, yeah. Let's have some fun. I'm seeing Wizard crying and tears on a book. 40 votes, you guys. My God, you guys are blowing out any other records that I've had on this channel. And I can't believe that. Here we go.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-1230. Object class, safe. Special containment procedures.
Yes.
SCP-1230 is to be kept in a secure storage locker at Site-12. Access requires minimum Clearance 2, with authorization and supervision by Clearance 3 research and security staff respectively.
Nice.
Supervising personnel are not to view SCP-1230's contents. Personnel accessing SCP-1230 are required to submit written accounts of dreams experienced within 48 hours of access.
Okay.
See Addendum 1230-A. SCP-1230 has been relocated to a secure storage locker behind the desk of Site-12's main library. Access is available to Clearance 2 personnel deemed to be in satisfactory psychological condition by Site psychiatric staff. Personnel accessing SCP-1230 must submit written accounts of their dreams within 48 hours of access and submit to follow-up psychological examination. Description: SCP-1230 is an unlabeled, green hardcover book with no apparent exceptional qualities. When SCP-1230 is opened, it displays the phrase, "A hero is born," on the first page viewed, while all other pages will be blank, resetting once the book is closed. This has no obvious effects at first, but upon falling asleep, the reader will dream of a fantasy world where they are the protagonist of a troubled land. Dreamers are completely aware, and all senses work just as well as when awake. Results vary depending on the imagination of the reader and are mostly attuned to fantasies of adventure that the reader would enjoy. In the mind of the reader, those dreams have been documented to last anywhere from 45 seconds, see Experiment 1230-3, to 200 years, see Experiment 1230-5. But in reality, the reader will usually never be asleep longer than they would normally. Upon awaking, the reader is able to remember every aspect of their dream in detail.
Wow, okay.
In SCP-1230-induced dreams, there is always a character called the Bookkeeper, SCP-1231, appearing as a bearded man in a green cloak who claims to be the personification of SCP-1230 himself. SCP-1231 has been reported to be very amicable and helpful towards dreamers, and has stated that it enjoys creating these fantasy-scapes and always tries to shape them in such a way that the dreamer garners the most entertainment out of it. It has expressed sorrow when the dream comes to an end and asks the dreamer, "Please visit again soon."
Nice.
Discovery. In a small bookstore located in... The shopkeeper had no recollection of owning the unlabeled book, but attempted to sell a story to local newspapers about a magical dream book.
So basically this thing is... It's a rather... I need one of these.
The Foundation was able to dispel the story as a hoax,
of course.
SCP-1230 was confiscated. Experiment 1230-01. Dr. in an attempt to test its effective range, opened SCP-1230 and boarded a flight to his hometown, where he spent the night at a hotel. Upon his return, Dr. reported that SCP-1230 appeared in his dreams and explained that once you read A Hero Was Born, the dream is immediately implanted into your subconscious, after which SCP-1231 is able to manipulate it remotely.
Okay.
Dr. expressed his appreciation for SCP-1231's cooperation. Experiment 1230-2. A camera was set up above SCP-1230 and using a mechanical arm, the book was opened. All pages were revealed to be blank. It seems SCP-1230 is only effective when opened by beings that are able to have dreams. SCP-1231 explained to a subsequent dreamer that it is actually only able to affect beings with an imagination, and that most creatures such as animals would not be affected.
I seriously need a copy of this book now. I want this. Unless it turns horrible, which I don't think it's going to be.
Experiment 1230-03.
Okay.
One D-Class was instructed to open the book, and after much reassurance that his experiences would only be dreams, ordered to immediately find a way to kill himself in the dream.
Why?
The subject was asleep for merely 45 seconds before he awoke with a start in a nervous sweat. He reported being at the summit of a volcano called the Ashen Spire on a quest for Claudius the Blessed Blade. When asked how the subject knew the names, he stated, "It's like I knew them all along." He apparently leapt into the volcano and felt an intense heat before awakening. D-Class requested permission to give it another go. Request was denied.
Oh, come on. Come on, man. Let the dude have a good dream. You just told him to throw himself, to kill himself. Come on, man.
Experiment 1230-04. One D-Class was instructed to open the book and attempt to non-fatally injure himself in his dream.
Okay.
After 6 hours, D-Class awoke and reported that he was able to feel a numbed sort of pain where it was never so intense as to be unbearable. He also reported meeting an elderly cloaked man who asked him why he was harming himself, but thanked him for not immediately killing himself like that other rude fellow. The British. Rude fellow. Anyway, Experiment 1230-05. Professor filed a request for access to SCP-1230 and was quickly permitted given his Level 4 clearance. Staff members recalled that Professor almost visibly shaking with excitement and reported that Professor was an avid fan of tabletop and role-playing games. Surveillance shows that Professor opened the book, read the phrase, sat down beside the desk, and promptly fell asleep. Staff members were alarmed when Professor not awake after 15 hours and alerted security. The on-site medical staff were able to confirm that Professor is still alive and in good health. After approximately 24 hours since falling asleep, Professor began to move, reported to have slowly raised his head and looked around the room, appearing deeply confused. Security entered the room to ensure he was all right, to which he replied, "Where am I?" He was sent to medical, where staff explained where and who he was. Several minutes later, Professor appeared to have regained his memory and excused himself to the restroom. When 15 minutes passed, Professor had not exited. A nurse entered to find he had hanged himself with his belt. A scribbled message on the wall revealed his last words. "I can't go back to this." Dr. went to ask SCP-1231 what had happened, but upon opening SCP-1230, all its pages were soaking wet, with the same message on every page. "I'm so sorry. I never intended for this to happen. I just wanted to make people happy." Repeated over and over. SCP-1230 remained in this state for 3 weeks, and its desk had to be wiped dry bi-weekly. In an attempt to communicate, Dr. placed a sticky note inside SCP-1230 with the statement, "I'd like to talk to you if that's all right." The next morning, Dr. filed a report about a dream he had concerning SCP-1231. This is Report 1230-14.
Upon falling asleep last night, I dreamt I was in a dark void. There was a street lamp, and underneath it was SCP-1231 sitting in a puddle. His cloak was visibly soaked as he was sobbing profusely. I remember our conversation. It went something like this. "Bookkeeper, is that you? My God, man, where are we?" The bookkeeper replied, between sobs, "I couldn't think of anything to make for a landscape." I replied, "Bookkeeper, what happened that day? Why did Professor kill himself? We have to know your side of the story." The bookkeeper, still crying, wiping his eyes, responded,
I want to give this guy a hug, because I got a feeling this is going to be sad on both sides of this ball.
"He had such an active imagination. I was able to create a vast and beautiful universe for him, and it was obvious that he had wanted a life like that for so long. He conquered foul beasts and rescued princesses. He built kingdoms and even raised a family. But he never wanted to leave. He delved so far into his fantasy world that I soon realized he preferred his dream over the real world. I reminded him that this was all merely an illusion, but he wouldn't listen to me. He stated that if he was ever forced to leave, that he would immediately end his life.
Oh my God.
I tried to keep him happy for as long as I could. And I responded back to him, "Bookkeeper, how long was the dream from his point of view?" And after a long pause, he said, 200 years, Doctor. I did my best, but I can only hold on to him for 200 years. As sweet as dreams may be, eventually, we all have to wake up." I awoke almost immediately after. I can't believe he spent 200 years in his dream. I'm astounded by his foolishness, but such a shame to have lost a brilliant mind to his own delusions.
Yeah.
Shortly after the report was filed, surveillance showed Dr. slipping another small paper into SCP-1230. A few days later, SCP-1230 began showing its usual "a hero is born" greeting once again. When asked what the note said, Dr. declined to give a detailed comment, simply stating that he just gave it some friendly advice. Addendum 1230A. During initial testing, SCP-1231 asked Dreaming personnel if it could be relocated to an area with many books, preferably fiction, so that it could think of even better ways to construct its fantasyscapes. After numerous experiments were performed to ensure that SCP-1230 posed no threat, the request was accepted and SCP-1230 has been relocated to Site-12's library.
I don't often feel sorry for an SCP, but I felt sorry for this one. Oh my goodness.
Rest in peace, Professor. Thank you all for listening, if indeed you still are.
Of course we are.
And you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
Okay. First off, I need a copy of that book yesterday. I would love to be able to, just like that. That poor bastard. I can see why, though, especially if you have a really vivid imagination, you're able to do all this kind of crazy shit in your head. But, I absolutely love the fact that there was nothing malicious about this. It's kind of like our boy here. It's kind of like our boy right here. Yes, it's kind of like our boy right here. Why does this make me so happy in my soul? I don't understand this. In any case. Oh my god. I just put him right there for now. He's just sitting over there. I don't understand, guys. looks so happy. As far as this goes, I would love a copy of that book like tomorrow. Just to sit there and experience that, and to know that the SCP inside has no malicious intent is even better. This is one of those SCPs that is strange, that is completely wholesome, so that I've seen so far, and they really should have given it back to those 2 D-class personnel. Come on, their life is crap anyway. If you were in that position, well, on the other hand, you might not want a D-class personnel, considering a lot of them are criminals and are really bad people. You might not want to see what's in their head. In any case, the Volgun once again produces amazing stuff. Soon I hope to be able to do something as well. This article was written, you can see the article was written by Mr. Pixel. He did an excellent job with it. Amazing SCP. I love it. All things considered, this is just another one of those SCPs that I'm going to enjoy. I will try to remember the number for this one, 1230. If I don't, guys, don't crucify me. It is what it is. But I think we all need a copy of that book. I think we all need a chance to explore our imagination, just as long as we don't get caught up in it like Professor... In any case, all the Volgun's links are going to be down in the description below, right next to my own, including my PayPal and my Patreon, if you guys like to support the channel. Really do appreciate it. That's how this little guy came to be with me, was through PayPal. He just sent me a message saying, hey, pick this up. And I was like, sweet, now it's here. Aside from all that, my Discord's down there, so you guys can jump in the channels and throw rocks at me and throw more recommendations at me. Eventually, I will get to most of them before the heat death of the universe, or at least I'll try. I'll catch you guys next time. You guys have fun. I need that book. I need that book badly.